Okay, good afternoon, brother and sister of Dharma. We continue from last lecture. Okay, so this one coming one, for coming one, all be getting tougher and tougher. So I try to make it as clear as possible. But if anything, you all know better, please add in. So this one I will not touch more than a decade. So plenty of things is become new to me. So I follow closely with the YMBA text and added whatever need to be added. Okay. So just follow closely with it. So the previous one we talking about basis. Now we are talking the basis with the object of the five senses and the mind. Okay. So we'll look into how these kind of things work in hand with one another. So you need to know the term about these objects. So the term object means the subject on which the consciousness arises. I mean, your senses, I mean your base, let's say your eye, in touch, when the eyeball in touch with the particular object, then how this object is captured and process. Okay, so this is called the consciousness which is process it, and then how we later change it to the mindset, which because the thing our five senses has no, how you say, the kind of conception or the thing of knowing that particular object. Is our mind that is doing it. So what the object is just what the basis capture. So the term alabana means to hang on. I mean, when you see the particular five senses, the object is you to focus on, to hang on to it. So in this thing is then capture and register. It's object which the consciousness hang on to it. Okay, so this thing very important. That's why if you carefully and slowly think of it, the five senses all around, all working at the same time, but only one will do is the highest priority, will do it, and then that particular thing of capturing that particular object is how strong is it? Is the thing of how much you apply to capture the particular object and observe on it and see a total picture of what is the object is about. So this is called alabana. Another word they use here is Abhidhamma, a Pali word where the object is one of essential conditions for the arising of mind dells. Okay, I mean the object captured by the senses will next pass it to the mind, and therefore the object is one of essential conditions for the arising of consciousness. So this thing is one after another. It cannot work two at the same time. One finish, the other one will continue. So the citta cannot just arrive without an object. So there must be something that one of your five senses, the strongest one, capture it. Then this so-called thing is possessed. That means what I call the consciousness. So in the summary of the bases, there are six kinds. The five kinds which we know eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and heart. Okay, these are the five physical one. Plus the other one is the called the mind. So all these two are found in the sense sphere. So only being in this sense sphere have this six kind of Abhidhamma. There are six kind of this operating. If you are born in the heavenly realm, depending on which one, in the next one, you will be only two operating only. So we'll study that later. So the higher you go, you don't even have all the senses. Only left, some even left with just the mind. Then the form sense, they got three bases. The next after the call the sense sphere, the next one, the form fine one, fine material one. You have only the nose, tongue, and body. No. But I mean in the form one, all these are missing. Nose. You don't need the nose, you don't need a tongue for the food, and the body are not found. So all these three are not found. Only the eye and the sight. Okay? I mean eye and the I call eye hearing. So when you're born in the other realm, you short of these senses. So that's why the other realm, like when Buddha preached Abhidhamma, that's why those people don't have a body or that. They're able to sustain longer. For us, we are subject to the suffering of all these senses. Okay, so we cannot last long. That's why Abhidhamma is a hard process for us to study. We only study bit by bit. In the other heavenly realm, you one shot, you can stay for a long time. So the one after the form sphere, the one formless, I mean there's no physical, really no body at all, the physical body. So there's no base. So you have done the five sense base. This is another where only the mind is. You only have the mind. Some are mindless, depend on which level are you in. Okay, so you can see this when you read this manual Abhidhamma, they will tell you about all these beings who are in different realm of having what sort of kind of senses they are having. Okay, I think your other books also have, but this YMBA text they try to stick to the manual Abhidhamma. So there are thousands of objects grasped by the consciousness, but all those that can be grouped into six senses. The visible form, rupa, rama. That means all the things you can see your eyes, the objects, which I can see define the shape, the sizes, so that's all kind of thing. And the sound, what I call sada ramana. These are the thing you can hear from your eardrum. Okay, so things like sweet music or those nasty one up to your liking. Okay, and then the smell, gandha rama. This is also another human liking, whether bad, older smell, bad smell, and also those nice smell, especially perfume. Some people love sweet perfume. And taste, rasa, mana. The food we take, what kind you like, spicy, you want like hot, you want like cold or whatever sort. This is another taste. Especially chef, they have a very good taste on this tasting. And tangible object, pota, mana. These are on our surface of our skin. That means the skin touching on the comfortable level or the pain level or your neutral feeling up to your individual enjoyment. So like some people love massage to make their so-called the various part of the body become better. And the number six, in science they only have five. Then number six, in our Buddhist, we have this mental object. Mean Dhamma, Rama, Mana. This means after all these five, you pass it to the mental. So this is a thing that make us understand things. Which we're going to conceive, we're going to comprehend, we're going to understand it, whether our liking or not our liking. Okay, so that's why if you are born in this sense sphere as a human, you are blessed with all these six of them, which can be good if you are put in good use, and can be bad if you go to the extreme of enjoyment. Okay, so all this is a blessing to us for us to pick up knowledge. Okay, so any one of this missing, we human is not perfect. Okay, so you are not perfect. You suffer from one of the faculty. then you don't really enjoy to become a better person, to be a, I mean, to get, especially to path to the mana. Okay, so when you shortfall of one of these is a hindrance to you. So consciousness associated with six base object are the same consciousness that associate with respective six door. So in Buddhism, we have six door, and all the six, they are all have 46 consciousness associated with them. So remember this figure, 46 consciousness with all these six of them. So slowly we'll digest what are they, right? When we talk about each of these bases or the what faculty, visible form, first one, Rupa, Rama, Mana, example, is the first of the four objective phenomena listed under, remember, the 28 material, the Rupa one, can be called the Vana Rupa. Vana means color. So in the eye, is basically coloring. Right? What we see is a coloring of the object, which we determine what sort of thing. That's why in medical, there's this color blind. Color blind are those things cannot be differentiated by a normal person that can be seen properly. So you got your color blind, then you're figuring out, especially when you go visit doctor 1, 2, 3, 4, they ask you to read, you cannot read properly because of the color to impact your eye. You have a problem of that. So it becomes the objective support for all consciousness, numbering 46, arising to the eye door. So remember, every sense that arises at the base of the, let's say, eye door, there are 46 of them arising at one time. I mean, one after another. We don't say at one time, it's one after another. So it's a visible form that can be seen to the eye door. It's a present visible form. So the color of the object determine the shape, the size, all these things are captured by the eye. This is not still process, just a clear, like a photograph, capture the picture of this thing, and you must have to that's why some people got this photographic memory. So when they something they're taking photo, they can say visible, remember all the color in each of the object, and not the one that has passed away in the past or one that has not yet arisen. So what the present moment is when you see the eye doing the process, that is the at the current moment, the color you capture on the object, okay? And it's not the one that passed away in the past one. What you pass may not be clear, or you have faint memory of it, then that is not considered. Or one has not arisen in the future. So all this we cannot measure compared to that. So we are only comparing at the current moment what is registered color on the eye you have seen. So it's a door, what I call Vana Rupa, of the object that is seen by the eye consciousness. So this is like taking a picture. You're able to make a clear capturing of all the color that make up this object. So by knowing the details of as to what is seen becomes the function of the mind, door consciousness that follows. So upon finishing the capturing of this particular, let's say, the object, then you pass it to the mind. So the mind door is the one that take over, and then this will do another process. So this is how object is processed from the faculty and then to the mind. Okay, so this is how it works. Next one, the sound, sada. The second of the four objective phenomena named under the material phenomena. So it serves as, it's similar to the above one. It serves as object of ear consciousness. So when the sound in here is called a media, the sound or thing, that touch the hair, the fine hair in your eardrum. So this media of the air passing it to your eardrum is captured by the hair. And for every of these days, there are two cheetahs that arises. And then the remaining 44 consciousness that may arise to the ear door. So total 46. Remember earlier we have captured about the two chitta that arise every faculty. These are the first two chitta that arises, and then the remaining 44 consciousness that follow that. Similar to the eye object, okay? The sound and the one that hear has to be in the present moment existent. What I call present moment is called pachupana. So everything is in the current moment. So you don't measure it with the compared to the past or in the future. Okay. The sound that exists before or the sound that have not yet arisen cannot become the object of ear consciousness. Okay. What in the earlier one, let's say you are listen to some good music, it's only a realization, but you can't say is exactly the same there because every moment all different one. So that's why people who are have good in the eyesight to detect things and people who have very good in music can appreciate or measuring, comparing, remembering the past and then the current moment. That's why those singers when at competition they can measure whether this is measured to the previous one or not. So that's how our kind of mind work, comparing of each basis when they touch on the particular object. And next one, the smell, the Gana Ramana. The third objective phenomenon listed, also the 28 material phenomena, which can be grasped to the nose door. So when you touch the nose, is between the air or the odor, what I call, touching your nostril under all this hair. That's why when you can study science, they have this hair that touch and do the kind of uh, process of determining of what kind of uh, quality of the smell. But the quality of what is determined by mind. What is capturing the current moment of that particular smell. The smell will be different from that of the eye. Okay. So the 46 questions that follow that arise in the door, nose door have the smell as the object. So these 46 consciousness work as a process. So it process it as a smell, a particular moment. So similar to earlier mentioned, the smell of the present moment, present smell cannot be entertained by the, can be entertained by the nose door. So everything you have to compare to the present moment. You cannot compare the past one is to determine the quality previously recorded. So we don't think of that. But current moment is the most important. So the smell exists in the past or future smell that have not arisen, yet cannot be known to the nose door. Okay. So the nose door, in a way, can only see the present, determine the present one. The capture the present one. It cannot measure if the past smell or the future smell that going to be happen. It's only the mind thing that work this determination. Okay, so don't say the nose that possess this determine the past smell, the kind of fragrance so nice, so beautiful. This is all possessed by the mind. Taste, rasa, mana. The first objective phenomena we support the 46 conscious arise to the tongue door. So this chitta only contact the taste that prevailing in the present moment. So the taste one has already experienced in the past or what is yet to come is into being cannot be known to the tongue door. So the same apply to the taste. Okay, the tongue or the taste of this thing. Only in the current moment, what is the kind of taste that you are possessing? Next one is a body contact tangible object. Whatever contact experience to the physical door serve as the object of the two rootless bodily consciousness and the other consciousness that arise to the body door. Similar to the earlier four, the same applies to the physical body, the touch one, what you call the touch. So there are 46 consciousness that can arise to the body door. And every part of your skin, of your that cover your flesh, these are called the touch. Whatever one experience to the door, body contact in terms of Dharma can be hardness or softness. So body, in a way, slightly different from the earlier one. Hardness or softness. So hard or soft, heat or cold, hot or cold, or the air element has pressure. So this is the body contact of this experience through this kind of, I say, contact with the skin, right? So this is how the body work. And in the Buddhist, we have this in science only 5. So in our Buddhist one, we have this called mental objects, Dhamma Ramana. So everything under the sun, including the 5 objects of the present moment, Paccuppanna Dhamma, can be perceived by the 5 senses, become the object of the mind. So anything captured by the 5 senses will become the object of the mind. So whatever outside center become the next one, become the object of the mind. So this mind will do another process. So all these dharma which happen to be object perceived by mind can be grouped as follow. So they break down into this kind of, there are 24 elements of matter, except the 4 objective phenomena and the three great essential, fire and earth, fire and air. Okay? That means this mental object has these 28 elements of matter. So what are they? The 5 sensitive phenomena, what I call the pasa rupa. That means the 5 senses. Eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivity, and body sensitivity. So there are 5 of these called pasa rupa. You need to know all this. Remember here, got 5. And then mental objects, there are non-gross material phenomena, 16 of them. So what are they? Water, femininity, male or female, masculinity, and the male. Then you have the heart base. A heart base doesn't mean the heart of our organ. It's more, some define it as a blood that flowing to the whole physical body. They call heart base. So different Abhidhamma, especially the so-called Burmese one, they have different kind of variation. So we just stick with what is given in the YMBA text. Okay. Then your life faculty. I think you all can remember the Rupa side. You need to have a life faculty, then your nutriment, you have the space element. Space element you need for expansion on. And then the body intimidation. I mean, like a gangster with the kind of bodily posture, you can threaten you with this kind of reflect of frightening you or something like that. Then the other one is the vocal intimidation, like those gangsters shout at you, that so intimidate you that you react with the kind of reaction. And then lightness, malleableness can be bent. Weakness, weakness can be shaped to whatever you want. And then producing, continuity, decay, impermanent. So total 16 non-gross material phenomena. So you need to know this. Earlier, at 5, Pasa Rupa, here I have 16. Then mental objects. What are mental objects? All consciousness, remember 89, 121. 89 are normal worldly person. 121 are those able to attain the higher jhanas and that. So you can get 121. So we all worldly are only 89. And then remember all mental factor, the Chitasika, 52. And then is super mundane state of Nibbana. And all concept, the panati, conventionality like the earth, sun, moon, etc. Okay, so this called mental objects. So remember this number, they may ask you 5 plus 16, 21, right? 16 plus 5, 21. So you need to able to recall all this. So a mental object is made of all these 89, 121, and the mental object 52. And then you have the name when you attain the state of nirvana, 1. Okay, so this is basically the rundown of all these 5 faculty plus the mental. Okay, if we go further on mental objects, we need to know the Pali terms of this, what the mental objects, what they are mentioning about is about. So they use it quite often. So you need to know all these new terms. The state of Nibbana and the concept means panati, are independent of time, which means no arising of birth or falling off in called death of the two dhammas. So what is this panati mean? Panati, the word means conventional or relative truth, which means concept, ideas, notion, names or term. That means something like we can say about conventional things, like those normal words we use to understand the term. These are called concept of panati. So the 60 mind door consciousness can cognize, can understand this mental object according to circumstances. So that is by the sense sphere javana chittas. Remember we earlier mentioned about this javana, there are 7 of them. After continuous interruption, this javana will determine whether it will create your karma or good or bad. Okay, there are 7 of them running consequently. So whichever is the strongest, will build on it, and then whether it's strong or weak or creating your karma, good or bad. So absorption, javana, chitta of the fine material and the immaterial state and the direct knowledge of javanas, abhina javana. Okay, so this panati, I must know, is conventional one. Then the word abhina is the intuitive powers that come from the practice of concentration. When you do meditation, you are able to get a fixation of the mind. It's called the abhina. The ability of display here is more than our normal concentration. When you talk about abhina, you have ability to display psychic power, clairvoyant. Clairvoyant means can see through. Clairaudient, can listen to what people say. The ability to know the thoughts of others. This is how Buddha able to attain this sort of state. And then Buddha able to recollection of the past lifetime. And the knowledge that does away with the mental influence. So this is the attainment of Arahant. Okay? Especially Buddha have this sort of abhina which is able to penetrate to people. So you can encounter Buddha, Buddha can judge you under which category of person are you, and then he can give you the exact dosage of Dharma to you, and you can get enlightened in the shortest time. Okay. So, you know this term, Panati and Abhina. These are applied to the, when I talk about mental thing. So the sense feels Javana, Chitta, except the smile producing functional consciousness. Smile producing consciousness can only happen in the Arahant and the Buddha, that sort of people. Can cognize the six objects of visible form, as etc., of the three periods of past, present, future, and also the Bana and the conventional realities. Okay, so this is talking about those capability of person that surpass the worldly beings. Right, they have this kind of sense field, the smart producing functional consciousness that is beyond our this worldly people capability. So the smart producing consciousness is capable of taking only sense field object of the three period. We are unable to do it because we are not of this standard. So those arahat, all that, they have this sort of able to take it all the at the present, past, present, and future, which we wouldn't have unless we attain that kind of level. So this direct knowledge of consciousness, this is called Abhina Javana, can cognize the respective object in the following manner. Okay, this is how this person is supreme kind of attainment. The divine eye, I call the Diba Chaku consciousness, can see the expected present visible form. So Buddha, so that's why you encounter Buddha, he has this called divine eye. He can see who you are, what you are, and then what kind of thing you require, and you prescribe the kind of thing for you. So sadly, we don't have that, so we just cannot say. You cannot Burmese say there's Arahant. Nobody can judge an Arahant. Only an Arahant can judge an Arahant. So the present sound is cognized. It's also by divine ear, Diba Sota consciousness. Same thing for the sound. When this person has this kind of Arahat standard, he can hear far away, let's say from another room, he able to something like secret thing measuring tooth that can capture the sound of what the other side is doing about. So just the fantastic thing of you attain that kind of state of you have this faculty that is beyond the lay people. The six alamanas of the visible form, etc., of the three period will be the object of the supernatural power consciousness. They call it Adi Vida. So all these are of supernatural. I mean supernormal, above normal being. So the object of consciousness of knowledge of others or mind. This one, Buddha is very great. You can see the mind of other people. But Parachita, Vejana are the past, future, and mental objects. So when you look at the particular being, he able to measure what he did in the past and what the future will be outcome for him. That's why our Buddha able to predict quite a number of things beyond our normal human capability. The object of consciousness of past life, Ube Nirvana Susati, will be the objects of visible form, etc., of the past and timeless concept. Okay, so this is why Buddha able to see the past life of various beings. When you read the Buddha and teaching, he see number of things happening. Especially remember the case of the remember I can't remember what they bring him to the heaven. Then you see this is I think his cousin or who. Then they visit heaven. Then you can see what he's thinking. Thinking of his current bride. The bride. Then Buddha make into those other beings become more beautiful than the wife, they forgotten the wife. Okay, so all these are so kind of uh, things that Buddha able to see through. And then this another term, kala vimuta. This is the last expression applies to Nibbana concepts. Nibbana is timeless because it's an intrinsic nature, sabhava, and is without arising, change and passing away. The concepts are timeless because they are devoid of intrinsic nature. And Nibbana is beyond time, beyond any measurement of your five faculty that can be determined. Okay, it's beyond everything. It's hard to describe unless you are attend to that kind of state. Then we next come to the objects of door-free consciousness. 19 consciousness. Remember, there are 19 consciousness that perform date, chutti. So every one of us will face this at the end of our life. When chutti come and visit you, there are 19 consciousness that cut off your life, chutti. And then rebirth linking. Immediately after your death, you will change it to the next one, rebirth linking, pati sandi. Okay? So upon death, change it to rebirth linking. And upon rebirth linking, life continuing. Remember what is bhavanga? This is must be present at all time when your life continue. It's like can we call subconsciousness or what? It's something like this one process, then this life continuum will carry on with your life. That's why I call life continuum. That means if you have a life, this life bhavanga will continue. And then it will only stop when things are disturbed and arrested. Okay? And then it will tell you when the bhavanga will need to stop. Okay? Which we covered earlier. I call door-free consciousness. Door-free consciousness is talking about death and rebirth. So the object of consciousness that will become one of the six form object. I mean to say, when you coming to your end of your life, before you cut off, there is an could call your rebirth sign that you are destined to go away. Okay, so this thing before the chutti cut off, it will be settled that this whether it's a male or female to be born in whichever realm is registered now, and immediately death you follow. Then that's why you go to the next life. That's why Theravada they put that when you end life, is immediately seek for rebirth, which the other side of Mahayana against it. They say the so-called 49-day awaiting period. So we're not going to debate on this. So we just following Theravada. Upon death is immediate rebirth. Okay. So that very important is the last when you death. This last picture of your next destiny will be registered there. So those people with that one will be very frightened. It can be one of the five sense objects of the past or present, or can be a concept falling under conventional realities. So it's up to individual. When you are on last life, the last object, it can be on the past one or present, or so on, so on. So we never able to recall and then tell this is the truth. So it's for us to know, experience upon last breath, what you register in your mind, that particular thing that you're seeking for rebirth. So the object of consciousness at the three moments mentioned above of a particular being is one and the same. It's the object of the last thought process of person immediately before the moment of death. So that means talking about the last thought moment. So that's why Theravada pay very emphasis on this last thought moment, very important, especially those person who are frightened and keep on seeing of those bad destiny which they're going to happen to them. That's why if you are present down there, if it's your own relative, please help to let them at least have a chance to change the scenario. Hopefully, not if it's that karma is bad, then no way that the person can have at least a better rebirth. So best for us a monk change this thought process to become a better, if we destiny, especially to the woeful state. Okay, the next one very interesting also. The objects of door-free consciousness. I mean, free from the door. That's why it's called door free. This object is further classified under three headings. This is talking about especially the third one, Gati Nimitta. First one is karma. As you know, this karma thing, and karma nimitta. Okay. And then Gati nimitta. This is talking about the last thought moment. This is called Gati nimitta. So we're going to study to this, what are these three things about. I think we put a stop here. Come back in 10 minutes time. Okay, everyone?